So basically, I don't know what this video is even about right now, but I'm gonna start recording and I'm gonna just start talking, right? So, um, lately the world has been kind of crazy, you know. Inflation seems like it's on the rise. Uh, Looks like the market's about to crash. It seems as though the end of the world is on the rise. You know what I'm saying? Like the end of the world is nigh. Um, I just want to say that, that's just, to me, it seems like another one of those things that they try to put into our heads and whatnot. Like, oh, a matrix program, basically. Like, I think if this channel even reaches you and you're on this type of wave, well, you already know the matrix is telling you to, get a job, go to school, get a good salary, obey the law, don't look into anything conspiracy wise, do what you're told, get a license, get a car, get married by this age or that age, get a white picket fence, get a dog, a golden retriever. Don't look up if anybody's tracking your phone. And it just seems like the Matrix, right? They feed you these things, they tell you how to live. And if you try to jump outside of that mold, then they kind of penalize you for it. They kind of punish you about it. I heard something. So basically, all I'm here to say, and I'm in the hallway of my house right now, so the neighbors could probably hear me talking, and it's like 3 a.m. So I'm gonna just start talking lower and get a little closer to you real quick. So basically, it's more like it's not the end of the world. I mean, the media says the end of the world. All these podcasters and YouTubers are telling you it's the end of the world. To pack up, move out of the U.S., get a bunker, a nuke bunker, in case they set the bombs off. But at the same time, if you look outside, you can see that there is still sun, still flowers, and there's still, hello? You. There's still sun, there's still flowers, the sun still shines, the day still goes about. If you have a job, you might still have a job, you might still not, but you're still alive. Okay, it's not the end of the world. The end of the world is not about to happen. If it does, it's the end of the world for them. It's their end of the world. Our end of the world, the people like me and you, we're gonna continue living and continue thriving. You know what I mean? It's not over for us. If anything, it's a new beginning. It's like a cycle or recycle. You don't have to be afraid, you know, you don't have to be scared that tomorrow might not happen. You shouldn't have to worry. You don't have to worry about like a nuclear winter coming through. You don't gotta worry about, losing your life like they tell you to worry about on the computer, on the TV. It's a new beginning, basically. Now, you don't have to take my word for it. You could continue to live your day in fear. You could go take some anxiety meds. If you need them, you should take them. Depression meds, if you need them, also, there's no harm in actually taking them. But if you feel as though it's been hard to live recently with all the news that's coming out, with the kind of presidents that we have, the kind of politicians that we have, a certain set of documents that haven't been released, it's more like we know what's going on already. We kind of know what the higher ups are up to. how they keep kind of siphoning all of our money away into their own pockets, this way, that way. Like, we know what's going on. And it kind of seems like it's happening rapidly. Like, they're rapidly trying to get this stuff done. Like, okay, we gotta hurry up and implement these laws and those laws just to make sure, like, we're set and we're secure. All the people at the bottom, middle class, lower class, working class people are suffering because, we don't have access to the things that they have access to. They have more power than we do. We have power in numbers. They have power to pass bills and legislations to increase their own wealth, right? So with that all in mind, and with everyone knowing this already, basically, it's more than a conspiracy. It's more like reality that we're living in. And it seems like it's just terrible, and they tell us these things, and we have almost like no control over what actually happens outside of voting and signing petitions. It seems like we're kind of powerless, but we're actually more powerful than they are. I still have to say that we are entering, we are entering a new beginning, okay? It's not the end of anything. It's not going to be the end of anything. This, I feel like it's been prophesized already. If you're into that esoteric type of knowledge, you already know this has already been prophesized. Like, the end of the world is not going to actually happen. And when it does, it's a transition into something new. So, yeah. I guess that's what I want to say in this video. Don't worry about dying. Don't worry about life outside of your control. Focus on your everyday lifestyle. Turn the TV off. Turn your phone off. Get less screen time. Breathe air more often. Work on your own health. The people around you that you love. Focus on your group of people. If you're lonely, I say focus on yourself. Even like gurus and love gurus, they're gonna tell you, oh, the world is fucked. Part of my language is the world is very messed up. You gotta do this and do that in order to get, if you're a guy, you gotta do this and do that in order to get a girl. Or if you're a girl, you gotta do this and that to get a guy. They're gonna continue feeding you nonsense just so you continue to tune in. But I'm not gonna do that, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you could lift, you can get ripped. Well, do it for your own health, benefits. Prioritize your health and how you feel about your health over what you think someone else wants to see, you know what I mean? There's hope out there. And sometimes it's hard to see that hope, but it's there. Frequencies are true. If you listen to music that's just promoting hate and violence all the time, then you're gonna feel negative emotions within you. If you're watching things that are just promoting fear all the time, then you're gonna feel afraid of the world around you. You know what I mean? It's just common sense if you think about it. What you eat, you are. You are what you eat, what you consume. That's what comes out of you. If you eat a lot of sweets or a lot of greasy foods, then when you sweat, it's gonna be a lot of that greasy food residue. So if you switch up your mindset and consume positive things, then you're gonna be sweating out positive things, right? Veggies and fruits. So, yeah, I mean, meditation is good too. If you wanna center yourself, it's hard to just even sit down and do it. Like, it just seems like, I don't know, it's easy to get lazy and not want to do that stuff, but sometimes it is necessary. A lot of food these days is also expensive. especially if you want like organic food. Um, but you know, even GMO fruits and veggies are better than fast food. You know, if you rather opt for fast food over GMO food, fruits and vegetables, just because the organic stuff, the vegan stuff costs more money. I mean, look at what you're eating, I guess, you know. Um, yeah, I guess just stay positive. You don't always gotta be positive. Like, you don't have to stay like positive attitude all the time, but try to just watch what you're consuming. Try not to consume too much negative things, because that stuff does get in the way of, you know, your thought processes. The news, propaganda, even like social media. Social media promotes a lot of lust and crab in the barrel mentalities, and you know, you might not think that stuff gets into your mind. Like, you might just say like, "Oh, I can recognize it," but even though you recognize it consciously, your subconscious still takes that stuff in, and it can probably build the world around you using those pieces. And before you know it, you're trapped in a cell of your, not even your own design, of someone else's design. And it's hard for you to move about because you feel like you can't go there because this will happen. You can't go here because that'll happen. You can't even read this article or that article because they're watching us, they're listening to us, yada, yada, yada. You know, you gotta just, you know, go through it. You know, fear is in the mind. You know, it's not out here. It's not in the air. It's not reality. And I say for the higher ups, they benefit off of us living in fear. And it keeps us down. It keeps us from rising up. There's a book, I guess I recommend a book. It's called The Future or Industrial Society in Its Future. And in that book, there's a chapter about this thing called the power process, which highlights the fact that a lot of working class and middle class people tend to feel powerless because they don't have a lot of control over the world that's around them. And in that book, it tells you, you know, people play video games or join corporate offices. And, you know, in video games, say like Call of Duty, if you play Call of Duty or anything else, people like to like grind for different gun camos, right? So it gets many kills, and they reward you with a certain amount of guns, or a certain amount of camos and paints over your guns, right? So you complete these challenges virtually, and you get rewarded with something that somebody else might not have. Or in the working world, you do this work, menial labor, any type of labor, and you get rewarded. You move up in the ranks at work, and it gives you a sense of satisfaction that your work paid off. So this book emphasizes the fact that people these days are lacking in power, and when a lot of the things that we see on TV are the higher ranking people, if you want to say, in society, people with the most money, the top 1%, they're controlling everything. They're doing things that we can't go outside and do. In comparison, we compare ourselves as we do with everything else. It seems like we have no power. So when you're doing these little things in life, that might just be a waste of time, or not. It's a way for you to get that power back, right? The main thing is to get that power back. But I just want to tell you that there's other ways to do that. You could work on your health. You could meditate. You can choose the music you listen to. You can choose what books you want to read. You can go outside and do what you want to do. You could work on that creative thing you want to do, you know? There's different ways to put the power back inside of you that they've tried to pull out of you. Yeah, I guess that's it. That's the message for today. I'll try to get back on tomorrow and say whatever. But I just want to leave you with something, probably something in this video you could take out of. But yeah, it's not the end of the world. It's just the beginning. And they try to make it look like the end of the world so you don't recognize the fact that it's the beginning. So yeah, new world is coming. You know what I'm saying? Stay on your toes. Do your thing. Stay off of the news. Give your phone a break. And I'll see you next time. Peace.